I don't know about you guys, but I am sick and tired of having to hear stupid people's ideas and thoughts basically every day, be it politics or these fake protests that are happening where people are getting paid. Looks like they've transitioned from, you know, Tesla to now that they're arresting people for the Tesla stuff. Now they're moving to these new protests saying that socialism is better than fascism, which, it's like comparing cancer to dying from Parkinson's or whatever. Like, it's just silly arguments, right? Just ridiculous. Anyway, um, just thought it'd be good to. I pulled another video. I'll put the link to the original video on the Dunning-Kruger effect. Just about these stupid people that are so overly confident that they know so much and that they're making the world a better place. And we're just going to have to fight back until social media changes because social media is just drowning us out. And like this woman this week who had 100 million views talking about how she almost divorced her husband and how she's trying to hyper control her husband. Just these idiots giving each other more and more feedback. So here we go.
On April 19th, 1995, MacArthur Wheeler robbed a bank with his face glazed with lemon juice, believing the juice would make his face invisible to the surveillance cameras. He thought so because lemon juice works as invisible ink on a piece of paper. Police broadcasted the security camera footage on the local 11 o'clock news, and just after midnight, Arthur was arrested. Incredulously, he said, "But I wore the juice!" Baffled by this reasoning, David Dunning and Justin Kruger, two psychologists, studied Mr. Wheeler and others like him. They came to the conclusion that people with low ability at a task tend to, paradoxically, overestimate themselves. This cognitive bias is known as the Dunning-Kruger effect. Let's look at this graphically, plotting one's confidence in your ability against one's actual knowledge in a field. As we learn something new, we are often highly confident because we know so little that as soon as we know a tiny bit, we think we know it all. Those who stop learning here maintain a false sense of mastery. Those who continue learning realize things are more complex and often lose motivation. And the more they increase their knowledge, the lower their confidence becomes. Many stop at this stage, thinking they've learned nothing. Only if we keep going can we regain confidence while getting better. And at the end, we will be full of knowledge and almost as confident.
And as put even more simply, learning from your mistakes. One of the biggest lessons you can teach anyone, a colleague, your children, a friend, anything, is the more mistakes you learn from, or the faster you make mistakes, the smarter you become, the better you become. Not being discouraged by mistakes. Obviously, don't make the same mistake over and over again, but the more you push ahead and learn and then make mistakes, the wiser and more efficient you'll be on whatever task you're trying to figure out.
In our ability as right after we started. In other words, if a simpleton, a good student, and a wise teacher were to have a public debate, this is how things could go down. The simpleton knows just a little bit, but is very confident and voices his opinions loud and without hesitations. The student knows more, but doesn't realize it because she lacks confidence. She keeps quiet. The teacher is confident, but understands how complex things really are. Hence voices his opinions with reservations. In the end, the simpleton wins the popular vote because he is so confident about being right, and people tend to trust certainty.
Hence, TikTok's whole business model is empower morons to get other morons to follow them and buy stuff from them and get fired up about stupid things that normally no one would even consider as a possibility. Like, did the flat Earth theory become popular again because of TikTok and a thousand other examples like that? Basically, just taking moronic ideas that society has already said that is over with and done to literally people believing the earth is flat, or people being paid to hold up signs saying that socialism is good. Like we're trying to convince society that socialism and communism is good, when it's probably arguably the worst form of government experiment ever tried.
Research from North America, Europe, and Japan suggests that culture plays a big role. From assessments of one's own ability to drive, we know that 93% of Americans think they are better drivers than average, while only 69% of Swedish think so. In Japan, on the other hand, people in general tend to underestimate their abilities as a strategy to see their underachievement as an opportunity to improve. Setting out on a journey of learning can be a daunting experience. What starts off as a leisurely stroll soon changes into an intense battle of willpower between you and an intimidating amount of knowledge. Do not give up. The longer you fight, the more power you gain, up until the point you win. And in the end, if you persevere, you may be elevated to the ranks of Socrates, who over 2,000 years ago left us with a quote of wisdom: "I know that I am intelligent, because I know that I know nothing."
And guys, I think we'll end it there. One of the things that I like to tell everyone is, for every profound question you answer, there's going to be two or three new profound questions. So be in pursuit of knowledge, and don't be polarizing, and try to, you know, just figure out what the next questions are that need to be answered.